Hello everybody, welcome back to Train Simulator 2014. Now I hope you enjoyed my live stream that I did, including the, which included during this game, whatever. Anyway, for some reason Twitch hasn't saved it as a past broadcast, so I'll have to find out what happened there, which means I shall email them so I can find out what actually happened. And I shall just move my microphone closer so that I don't have to speak as loud. Okay, that's good. Okay, so make sure I can access my keyboard as well. That would help. It's trial and error at the minute with all my stuff. I almost said shit then, but I don't want to really call it shit because it's not shit. Not to me anyway. To a few people it might be. But anyway, if Train Simulator 2014 could not crash, that would be amazing. Thank you. Now today, we're not going to be checking out any sort of train at all, or possibly a twofer, depending on what it is. Ah, there we go. Found it. Yes, today we shall be checking out the Edinburgh To Glasgow DLC. This was released by Thompson Games, I believe. But what we're going to do is we're going to try and find a short scenario. And since we have already failed that, we're going to go into a quick drive instead. My voice may be a bit throaty, but say throaty. Edinburgh to Glasgow. Let's just go from. Actually, let's go from Glasgow to Edinburgh Waverley. I don't know how long that's going to take. It's going to be 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And we're going to pick a train that you can get with this. However, you can also purchase it as separate DLC, which is the Class 170. I think we're going to have. Ooh, I like that one. Which one? Let's just have first ScotRail 6 cars. Okay, we have a 6-car first ScotRail Class 170 train going from Glasgow Central to Edinburgh Waverley, which is the top end of the East Coast Main Line. And in fact, oh please don't crash. We good? We good, game? We're good? Yes, thumbs up. No, it's not responding again. Oh, there we go. Oh, right. Just go away from that. Yes, the holiday sale is now on Steam. It started 2 days ago, like I kind of said it would. The internet is beautiful. But yes, there are a few, well, there's one route I'm looking at in particular at the minute, and that is the East Coast Main Line south from London to Peterborough. Because they've finally done some more of the East Coast Main Line, which is nice of them. All they need to do is Newcastle to Edinburgh Waverley and Peterborough to York, including Grantham. Now, I really had hoped that they would do to Grantham, because then I could do what I was thinking on doing. I haven't purchased it yet, however it is on the books to be bought. But I was going to do kind of like a recreation in Train Simulator 2014 about you know when Top Gear did the A1 race from London King's Cross to Edinburgh Waverley. Jeremy was on the train, James was in the car, and Richard was on the bike. Now, the first stop that Jeremy did, seeing as it's a train and we're going to focus on the train, yeah, the first stop that occurred was at Grantham. So I was hoping that it would I would be able to do that. However, that's not the case. It's a station, rather just like a major station. It's a major station ahead of where the line ends. But anyway, here we are in the Class 170. I am currently uploading another video Can I change that? I cannot. I wish I could. So let's have a look at the station first. I mean, you know, from a distance, I mean, I am doing a games course, so it's kind of nice to know how the companies do it. This is pretty alright. It's not, I mean, it's not something you focus on much, more this, which textures are pretty nice. Could be a bit, like, with the lines, they could be fine, because they kind of like fade out. Then again, I probably couldn't do this. That doesn't look textured at all, in all honesty. Yeah, and outside it there is literally nothing. There's a few buildings, a bit of road, and that's it. And then there's a very dark patch for some reason or another, and then you get into the major scenery. But anyway, going back to our train, which, can I just slip on that? Yes, there we go. But anyway, the train is very nice little DMU. Take a trip along it. It's 2 3 cars, because I don't think this car exists. It is already in forward. Thank you. No, I like this one very much because there we go, turn the headlights on. And I think we're going to go. So this should take, we're going to go straight there. We're not going to stop anywhere else. We're just going to go straight to Edinburgh Waverley. I remember putting the Challenger on this route. Not here. I put it on. Or did I put it here? No, I put it on at Edinburgh Waverley. We're going to try and confine ourselves to the speed limit as much as we can. This time it should take around 45 minutes, give or take, because no doubt I will speed because of my poor judgment for braking, which you guys know exists very much in the now rather than the past, which I would prefer. Ramp it up again. Oh my god, we've entered the darkness. Oh right, we can go to 30 miles per hour now. It's gonna keep the engine up past 50, and we should be singing. Another thing, this was developed before the cab lights were introduced. Hopefully they'll update this with the cab lights, or the cab lights are actually here somewhere. However, because there are no cab lights, I can't find the switch for the cab lights, which is kind of ironic if you think about it, really. My microphone still smells weird. Kick it up to 70%. Oh, you see? Right, what's that? Is that red? Yes, that is red. Okay, we've had permission to go ahead. Therefore, we shall. I forgot I could use my mouse wheel. What's that? That looks like the wipers. No. Oh yeah, wipe controls. That's the horn, obviously. Out of service. Can I type a number? No, can I? Oh! That's what I did. Okay. Not seeing a switch for the... That's cab heating. What are you? Marker headlight. Proving that the tail lights on there, the headlights. No marks for cab lights as I am looking. It's brighter, which is nice, but we still can't find the switch. Okay, never mind. Okay, so as it comes out, the updates for the lighting in this game make the train a lot better. I will say that they look really which is good. I mean, that's kind of what the DLC Spotlight was meant to start off as. It kind of just turned into like me just messing around. However, I am going to change that. The smoke effects on this are very light, but I think that's how they're supposed to be. I think I've seen a Class 1-7. I've been to York, and there's lots and lots of... Seriously, the amount of locomotives that are around there is ridiculous. I saw a steam train pulling out of York once, and I can't remember what class it was. It definitely wasn't a tank engine. It was too big to be a tank engine. Plus, it had a tender, so it was not a tank engine. It was a Pacific class. Oh, but I like... Yeah. That's the thing. I started uploading it like 5 hours, like... Yeah, pretty much 5 hours ago, and it says it's still got about... I don't know. Oh, it's a good thing the speed limit increased. Otherwise, we would have been speeding. And please increase again. Yes. I like this route. The speed limits allow me to actually not care that much about the speed. The textures for a lot more up-to-date ones are a lot sharper. Then again, I don't know what software they use for this, so it's a gamble, really. We're not going to stop at Bishop. Well, Bishop Briggs Platform 1. As far as I am aware, it's just letting us know that it is there. We will know when we are coming up, so we can... Oh, I am not... Oh, crap, I am actually. Bollocks. Let's just back down completely. Let's brake a bit. This is what I was talking. I mean, like 1 mile an hour isn't going to make much of a difference, is it really? But if we bring up my 2 favourite menus, and I think I've just done like this. I want to go. Oh, it's one lizard. Okay. The Bing, we are good. We are in first gear. It's weird. I think that's really weird. Well, like these only have like 2 gears, and cars have. Well, cars. I think I know of a car that has 8 gears, and I don't think that includes reverse. 8-speed gearbox. I know there's 7-speed. I think the Bugatti Veyron has a 7-speed flappy paddle. As far as I am aware, but this is not about cars. This is about trains, as is obvious. Now, during the stream, I tried to. Someone requested me to actually like stream with them, and by that I assumed like I fly plane on the same server as them, but unfortunately, the company that ran the multiplayer has gone under, and it has disappeared. It's GameSpy, and I don't know what is happening with the multiplayer for Flight Simulator X, which is kind of disappointing because I've had some good times on Flight Simulator X multiplayer. It's pretty fun. But anyway, the DRA, which is that evil button there, is off, which is why I was able to move. Other than in my Class 142 DLC Spotlight, where I left it on. And watching the playback, I noticed that it turned on as soon as I engaged the reverser from the actual things within the cab. So yeah, I completely forgot about that. In all honesty, it is honest, but also in my defence, I think I'm going a bit faster now. I hadn't used that in a while, so kind of like a refresher for me on that. And that's kind of a thing. Like, I'm looking at it basically from brand new. I've had these for I don't know how long. I think I've had this over a year. a year or more, I think. I can't remember when this came out. But I'll put a link in the description to the Steam page for this DLC, and also the main game required to run this, which is Train Simulator 2014 by Dovetail Games. For those who do not know, then again, it's pretty obvious by the title. Never mind. But anyway, it's very barren out here. Look at it, there's nothing here. I remember going on a route. There was just a lonely car. It was just like a lonely wagon, a truck. See, that's the thing. When I was a little kid, I always thought they were called trucks because Thomas the Tank Engine, they were called the Troublesome Trucks. Oh, I need to take your fat controller. I need to take all these trucks. I was like, yeah, fair or whatever. But now it's more like freight wagons. Because like now, when I say truck, I think of like the freight on the road, like them kind of trucks, big trucks, that have trailers and that. So it's kind of, I'm still under debate on what to call them, like whether to call them actually freight cars, which is American, I understand that, but it's kind of easy to distinguish. Because like we call, like what the Americans call passenger cars, we call coaches. So it'd be kind of easy to distinguish between the two. But wagon, I've never really been fond of. Well, I've never really. I haven't used it that much in terms of talking about trains. Which is something. Ooh, let's just by. See, I like the water. I like the water in this game. Well, from a distance, it looks okay. All the bridge is intact. I'm just trying to find nitpicks. This is like one of the things that I want to do. Just try and catch up. Just make sure. Right, the limit is 100. Kind of slow, really. We have about half an hour left to go. Oh, we're in 10 minutes. Well, 20. This recording's been going on more or less 20 minutes, so we've only journeyed for about 10 minutes, so I think we're going to milk this 100-mile-an-hour speed limit as much as we can. Keep it around 99, 9900, maybe 101. And one of the things I like about this is the sounds are actually muffled. That's one of the things I really like about this. Okay, it's going to tell me I'm speeding now, so drop back to 85. It should drop back to 100. And this is where this comes in handy, because this has the decimal after it gets to 100 rather when the other one doesn't. I often refer to that setup as the noob controls, because that's what a lot of people saw them as. It wasn't very welcomed. That change wasn't welcomed as much. Like a lot of people preferred like the old style, where you had, if you look at the left, you had the two blocks of text, and then you had a board literally on the side, so it was not in the way at all, and it had all the information that the thing to the far left on that does. And it wasn't welcome that much. It was. I mean, everybody's still asking. I don't know if they're still asking. They were for quite a while, as to whether there was a switch where we could just turn that off and have the old setup back. I don't think they've actually responded to that at all. Ooh, it was a bit harsher. It's like bump. It's like ah. Yeah, I'm quite quiet today. I'm not shouting. It's kind of a good thing, because I don't want to lose my voice, because I have many presentations to do next semester when I go back to university. Still smelling my microphone. I don't know why it smells this weird. It shouldn't, should it? I don't know. It's a good microphone though. It's a lot better than my headset. Well, yeah, kind of. Also, guys, something I want to ask you about. I'm also going to email EA about this. Oh, God help me. On my Battlefield 4 playthrough, I've had a third-party concept match, and that is the song. Oh, crap, what is it? Something about heart. Yeah, you know what I mean. It's a good thing I'm not a singer, right? I'm pretty sure it's a good thing I'm not a singer. But anyway, yeah. So a company called SME have claimed copyright on that, and that is fair enough. It is in the game. But that's also why I don't know what to do. It's within the game. It is right at the start of the game, and I'm talking over it, so I don't really know what I can do about that. I don't know whether to acknowledge it or dispute it. I mean, acknowledging it, I mean, from a standpoint, from me looking at it now, yes, I acknowledge that it is content that I don't own. Then again, so is Battlefield 4, but I am recording it using my own equipment. My own equipment and software I've paid for. So I'm not sure what to do about it. I mean, I may look at forums. I am going to email EA about it, asking what to do about it and if they can advise me on anything. Unfortunately, my other channel doesn't have I haven't partnered it. I'm planning to. That's after I get a bit more of an audience to it, which I hope does come, because it'd be really nice. So yeah, if I partner that, I can't, because it's not partnered, I can't ask them any advice on it. A few people have had problems with it as well. NerdCube, he's had problems, and he's just asked his people, what do I do this, and they say, oh, you do this and that and this and that, and oh, right, fine, fair enough, and that's been sorted with. Whereas me, my voice is a bit croaky, innit? I can hear it getting croaky. Okay, speed up again, speed it up a bit. I'm not speeding, am I? No. Exactly half an hour we should get there. Well, there is the factor of the slowing speed limits as we get closer to Edinburgh Waverley, but hopefully if we keep it at around 100 we shouldn't have that problem. Anyway, the environment is very nice. Jesus, that's I'm sorry if you can hear backlash of it. You shouldn't be able to, because hopefully the microphone picks up on it. So both of them look like furiously. Oh shit, I'm speeding. Yeah, I like all the little houses here. The trees are very thin. I mean, look at that. Look at that. Oops. Look at that. You get through there, and then that's it. It's just the end of the world. So I really hope they can sort that out. I mean, come on, guys. Who's gonna fall for that? Just a line of trees at the back. Oh, there's a train. A line of trees at the back. I mean, it's something with the road as well. The road just stops. That's fair enough. Sometimes roads do just stop. But I mean, here, right here, in plain view, the hedges are 3D. Oh, that's a wall. This is a hedge. The hedge is 2D. It's a flat image. It's a plane. Which is kind of annoying. Seeing as they're trying to get most of the as much detail as they can into this game, which is kind of annoying. See that the texture on that is just, you can see it here. You can see it flashing. Very bad. That's just the texture. That's not a model. It's the textures are very low resolution. Let's get back to our train. The textures on the train itself are very good. that's another thing about this, the loading. If you go back, it'll just like cut out something and then load it. Also, if you turn like some of the things down, some things actually disappear. Like, I know if you turn, I think it's detail quality. If you turn that down, I think it's below 8. The bridges disappear, just so the game will run properly. Just so you'll get around 40 to 60 frames a second. Which, in all honesty, is kind of annoying. Because they're trying to create a realistic game, and it's just like, if you do this, it's not realistic. Track just doesn't float. Track sinks. There are a lot of problems with this game that I don't think they know about, and a lot of people have complained the fact that they're slipping, and in all honesty, I've got to agree, they are slipping. I mean, it's more or less third-party people now that are kind of like pushing the barrier of detail. I mean, there is also a train, I mean, as well as the East Coast Main Line from London to Peterborough, I've been looking at by personally.com, unfortunately. But it's not unfortunate, it's just a bit, I have to be a bit picky, because good quality games and good detail games are what we're paying for. If it's an indie game, then it's gonna be like a lot of indie games. They're kind of retro, and that's cool. It's good. It's good to kind of get the retro side back into it. But I mean, something like this where they're charging, I think it's like 30 quid for this game. Please remaster some of the textures. I mean, the track textures, come on. Please just remaster them, or completely redo the track completely. Because I think the bass track used on this route is the one that came with the original game. It's basically just a square with detail on it and all of that. I know about this stuff. Normal maps, like what makes bumps and stuff. If like the game engine, which is what it needs to run, it's what it uses as a compromise to make it run smoother. Yes, that's fine with a few things, but with a major thing like track, I mean, I know there's loads of it, but a tiny bump. They have done that, but I don't understand why they didn't do that in the first place. And that's, I mean, that's one of the things. And also, like some of the routes are a bit short. Well, they're not exactly short. I mean, look at this one. It's massive. And I got this for about, I think I got this in a sale. And most of the add-ons I actually got in a sale. Purely because in a sale you can get loads of stuff for around the same price as one thing. Which is kind of good. I was kind of hoping to do that this time, but I'm kind of in my overdraft, so I'm kind of cutting back on buying stuff. So, yeah. But anyway, I mean, some of the routes, they are 25 quid. £25 for a route, and they don't even include a new locomotive, some of them. Some of them don't even include a new locomotive. A lot of them nowadays are a bit do. Like London to Faversham, not Faversham, which I thought it was, and I'll correct myself on that right now. London to Faversham comes with the Class 3, the Hitachi Class 395. And the East Coast Main Line London to Peterborough comes with the Class 365, I think that's right. So some of them, I mean, they are doing a compromise. You get a train that we've made as well as this massive route. Fair enough. I'm not saying it's a bad thing that they don't. Well, I kind of am, because it's kind of like it's just this, and sometimes there are so many bugs within the route. I mean, there have been routes recently that I've just had so many bugs with like things disappearing, things not working right, things crashing, missing assets that should be there. And they're like, oh, you just have to verify your cache, verify your game cache, do a basic cleanup, then verify it again, and it still doesn't work. So that's one of the things that I think they should look at in general, really. Just like, I mean, some of the quality, it's fair enough. The trees, they are 3D, low textures, fair enough. As long as you can see that they're basically wood, that's fair enough, that's fine, I have no problem with that. But some of the textures are just awful. They're just not showing up as textures. And I mean, I did a project for my Introduction to 3D course. We had to do textures. We didn't have to make them, we could edit ones off a texture website that was a free royalty one. And that was allowed, and even mine looked a better resolution. In some cases, not in all cases, but I'm not saying I could make a game like this, because I can't code for shit. I think that's the first time I've actually sworn in this video, which is a record. Half an hour without swearing. Well, it's kind of ooh, no, I'm not gonna. It's kind of messed up now, but anyway, that's kind of one of the things. I'm sorry about this nitpicking, it's kind of a depressing video, but it's one of the things that you kind of have to do. Speed up again. See, that's the thing, some of these routes, it doesn't, well, I like the quick drive, it's like a relaxing thing. You can just sit back, and you can just watch, you can literally just watch the trains go by. And that's one of the things I like. I mean, I'm not a train spotter, I don't go out looking for them. But if they're there, I'll watch them go by. It's a nice thing to do. As for like steam trains, the reason I like steam trains is, like, they're just massive. They are massive, and they have so many parts on display, and they just have presence. I mean, they basically have a face, like the clock face that opens up the smoke box. It's basically a face. Well, and I see it basically as like something on top of the tank engine, which has basically gone gone down the drain recently. I've been looking, like, there's just been YouTube videos like, oh, the new Thomas, and I'm like, oh, look at that, and it's just like, what is this? Like, they actually used to be little models, and that was the one that I loved. I loved that. I loved that show to bits. It's what got me into trains, into model trains, and that's. I still have my model trains up there. At the minute though, they're just gathering dust, which it's kind of sad. It's kind of sad to see, but I can't really do anything about it, seeing as model railways is kind of an expensive hobby. So, I mean, you gotta buy the trains, you gotta buy the track, you gotta buy the ballast, you gotta buy the detail, you gotta buy the baseboards. You gotta buy a lot. I mean, yeah, local model shops will do your deal, but it's still pretty expensive, and it's still gonna burn a hole in your pocket. So it's I can't remember when my last video on model trains was. Probably over a year ago. It's kind of sad, because I do miss model trains. I have my rolling road up there, but I just don't have the time. I mean, I would have the time, no, but I'm making videos like this. I have my other channel to do. I have other stuff to do. I mean, it's 4 days to Christmas, for Christ's sake. My mum's having me do errands, this, that, and I'm like, yes, fair enough. I'm doing stuff around the house for her, so like she's not as tired. And I mean, I've got my own stuff to do. I mean, I just want to chill out. Like, that's basically what this week. That's basically what I've done this week. I've just basically just chilled out and just done what I want. I mean, don't get me wrong. Do not get me wrong. I still want to do these. Speeding a bit. Speeding quite a lot. Oops. Oh, we've got 10 miles to go. So, we're just gonna let that coast and slow down. But as I was saying, yeah, don't get me wrong, I love doing these. It's brilliant because I can talk and talk and talk and talk and talk, and it's actually for something. I'm not just talking to myself, which admittedly I do sometimes. Sometimes it just helps me think, helps me figure things out, and it also helps me remember stuff. I'll just talk to myself like, right, I need to do this, this, and this, and I'll remember it. Most of the time. Sometimes it doesn't work, and it's kind of like, oh, bugger. But anyway, so in all honesty, wow. I mean, yeah, look at that. That's very bad. You got the mountains in the background, but I'm pretty sure from Edinburgh to Glasgow, or even from Glasgow to Edinburgh, there's no hills like that. This viaduct I love though. This is probably one of my favourite things because it's so cinematic and it's amazing. It's just awesome. It's awesome and epic and amazing. I like it. I love it. I like the frame of view thing though, because you can actually act like it's actual camera. Speed up again now. We've got 8 miles to go. So I'm going to I've been picky about the route. I've been picky about wrestling.com themselves. Actually, no, Dovetail Games actually. My apologies on that. I've been picky about stuff, so I'm going to actually look at what is good about this route and this locomotive. What I like the length of it. I like the stations. However, some of the textures could be a bit like I've said, but they are a really good representation of what the real ones actually look like, and I've seen pictures of them, so I can judge it on that. I like the landscape. The landscaping is nice. It is a bit bare, but it's nice landscaping. I mean, there's not much really to a route rather than its length, the stations, and like the areas around, like all the detail there. The detail is a good level. Could be higher. Could be higher. I mean, that's the thing. That's the thing I want them to do with like level detail. If it goes down, they just remove more stuff. Like have loads of stuff. Like have all that. Have all that. Just covered in bushes. Just covered in bushes or like grass or something like that. And like have the option to do that, because if your computer can't run it, fortunately mine can. Only just though. It's kind of weird. No, about 5 miles. So yeah, level detail. It just removes some of the stuff. Still keeps like the background stuff in, like the trees at the back, the bad trees at the back. I'm speeding. I know. Shut up. I'm not judging the UI because that's not this route or the locomotive. It's the game itself, and I should probably do a spotlight on the game itself, which I haven't actually done. I did a launch live stream, which you may remember. If not, then you can go back and watch it. It is free to watch on my channel. But other than that, oh, might as well just slow down now anyway. But other than that, it's pretty good. Some of the textures are a bit thin, doesn't matter. Okay, now moving on to this, the locomotive. What I like about the locomotive, the shape is very good. I like the not in service sign. That's very I like it. It's kind of fun. It's just like, oh hey, we're not in service. Not. The sounds are nice. The engine sounds, the horn. That is the most realistic sounding diesel horn I have heard in this game. So thank you very much, Thomson Interactive. They made something else as well. I can't remember what it was. Or at least they published it. But I like the interior. Interior is nice. The textures are nice. The chair's nice. Then again, I've got my own chair here, so yeah, I like the graining around the window. Kind of obvious they're just circles though. Could be smaller. Is there a passenger view? Should be 5. There is not. That is something that I don't like. I wish there was a passenger view. Oh, and we're coming up to a football stadium, which I find amusing. I think there's some football fans within Dovetail Games. But, yeah, look at that. Look at that. I mean, I know no one was really going to visit, but in fact, it's a rugby field. I keep mistaking it for a football field. Kind of fun. Here we have a depot, which is kind of nice. I like seeing depots because I like seeing like other places. And you can actually go here. You can actually go in there. Cool. And a flashing light. Admittedly, never noticed that before. Where's ours? Oh, crap. Whoops. It's a quick draft, so there shouldn't be anything else on the line, which is kind of annoying. I played some of the scenarios on this. The scenarios are good. The scenarios are enjoyable. Of course, I played them in the various predecessors to this version of the game, so they might not sure. I shall be doing more DLC spotlights on DLC that I have. Some of it does not show up in the main menu. However, I shall find a way to access these, put them onto a quick drive, or even do a scenario, and I shall do them through. Overall, I like this route. It's very good. There's only really one thing that could be better, and that's textures. Textures could be better. That's the only thing I have to pick about this. Oh, piss off. It's fine. So we have a mile in this tunnel. Kind of funny because that means they're cutting off everything else up here again, and this is where you go into Edinburgh Waverley. Save that. So yeah, it's very dark. That's one of the things I really wish they'd fix. I really wish they'd put slow the hell down. Yeah, I really wish they'd put cab lighting on all the old DLC. They said they were upgrading it, but they don't look to have done that, which is kind of annoying. I'm sure a few of you will agree. Here we are at Edinburgh Waverley in Scotland, where Glasgow was also, so there was really no point in saying that. But anyway, that concludes our journey. Which means that concludes this DLC spotlight of the Edinburgh to Waverley route DLC, available for Train Simulator 2014. And made by Thompson Interactive. Anyway, I would like to thank you for watching. If you have any comments, please leave them in the comment section below. I shall be happy to read them and respond. Go away. Go away. I've messed up my frame counter. It's now disappeared. But anyway, thank you very much for watching. Be sure to like, favorite, and subscribe. Don't forget to check out my other videos. And I shall see you later.